Alright, so we find ourselves back at spawn today. I've got a few things to show you. First thing is down here in the shopping district. I made my way down here. That was some really poor flying skills. But down here in the shopping district, I have made a small little house for Gray to put some mini blocks and heads and stuff in that he's going to be selling. Come over here from the other side. He wanted it to fit in with these here, so I asked him if he wanted something, like a mini that screamed mini blocks or heads or something, and he's like, no, I want it to fit in. So he's got all this storage here. He's starting to move stuff over. He's got stuff kind of sorted out for mini blocks. I got him a little shopkeep here for him to name and give a profession to. And then upstairs, there's a spot here where he can put the heads or whatnot, or however he wants to sort it out. I like it. It's kind of a small build, but he said he didn't need very much space, just one of these little plots. I think it fits in really nice. I also need to come in here and figure out exactly what I need to restock. Today is the worst day on the server, which is restock day for me. There is so much stuff to keep track of. I saw all the wools, all the lights, redstone, all the lumber, and candles, honey, like everything. I got the first floor here, and then if it goes on to the second floor, I've got all the different glass blocks, amethyst, all the plants and leaves, and just everything, flowers. It's a lot. It's kind of fun to keep up with. I mean, I'm complaining, but it's fun to keep up with. But I also sell bulk stuff just for people who have big projects and stuff. But I like to keep all of this here. It's kind of almost like a backup supply. So like if someone on the server says, hey, I got to do this huge project and I need 15 shulkers of leaves, there's 15 shulkers of leaves on hand. Anyway, I think we're going to leave here and go ahead and go out to the city build and deal with the storage. So I hope you like that. Okay, today we're going to go ahead and come in here and figure out this storage. At least the bottom floor. I'm going to go ahead and go with an andesite floor.
Got nothing left to lose.
So this place was pretty fun to build. It took me about 3 hours to kind of work everything out and get everything in place. As you can see, I got my little pups in here. Arlo and Ozzy, I decided. Thought that was a good fit. Got basically all the wood types over here with leaves and saplings at the top. So I've got all that, and this is mostly, the different stone types. And then this is my redstone section here. This is kind of odds and ends, gems and mini blocks and those types of things. This has all the different dyes, flowers, wool, bulk, and singles. We've got a few extra bricks. It just didn't fit anywhere, like coral. And then all of the vegetable stuff. Kind of sorted it out through here. So that gets most things pretty much accounted for. I'm probably going to do upstairs and have it like farms of some sort. Maybe a moss machine to make bone meal. I don't know. We've got our input output for, if I hit F6, we've got a little furnace array down here. It's kind of set up automatic. So it takes care of that. I can just grab something from storage, chunk it in there. I'm usually going to be around here anyway. I've also got this, which is for mines. One side off here kind of comes down. This is copper level, but I've got it set up right now for just a staging area. To everywhere there's a light here, I can place a copper block, and it'll kind of age it out on the perfect spacing, which is nice. It's pretty quick too. A lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. Usually I just kind of build with copper and then, don't worry about aging it, and then just, as you're in the area, it kind of ages on its own. Then I've got my main mine here. I've got some of these cleared out already, just kind of blocked off. My intent here is to make this a trading hall when it's completely finished. So I'll mine out this section down here, and then I'll come back and put different types of traders in each one. Let's go ahead and go back upstairs here if I can get to the thing. It takes forever, but I do like these lifts. And if you're wondering why I didn't take fall damage at the bottom, it's because those are snow blocks, or I'm sorry, powdered snow blocks with carpet on top. And you can see there's just one ladder here that lets you literally just walk off it. But if you push over to the edge, you'll drop pretty quickly. It's a really nice upgrade in technology. I'm really glad at Mojang how much they're really adding to the game in the last few years. It's really a lot of quality of life, things. Well, also need to get prepared here in. I've got another city block section sorted out, so we need to add that. It's mostly going to be space for some farms out here, get some infrastructure going. But there's one that I wanted to make into like a pie shop or something like that. Maybe a surf shop, but I think it's going to be like a pie or bakery, or maybe even like a small tavern or something, kind of facing out towards the ocean. Anyway, let me get some blocks, get set up for that, and then we'll probably go straight into a time lapse. So we'll see you on the other side. So that was a fun build. It gave me so much problem with all those trapdoors. Again, there's just so many trapdoors in these builds, but it really, really gives them some depth. Speaking of depth, I've got a few little trees here, kind of add a little bit in, and you can kind of see the height difference between these two. Even though these are still 4 floors, it really kind of changes the perspective here when you start building these city buildings, because you can see 7 blocks might be a floor, or 4 blocks or 5 blocks, and it really changes the scale. I'm not as happy with this entrance here as I thought I was going to be, but I don't know. It kind of is what it is at this point. It feels a little too modern for me. It also feels more like a nightclub entrance. But it is what it is. We've got a few signs here, and you can see they've kind of popped into view now, but I think I'm going to change that out for wool blocks or something else, because it really doesn't render well on the server. And in my test world and creative build world, it was really nice, because you could see it on the other side of that ocean. You could see it, but here on the server, if I back up just a little bit more, you can see that one's already popped out of view. They just kind of pop right out. So there's really not much I can do about that on the server, so I think I'm going to change them out for something else. Another little tree here. And this is the building that I kind of wanted for the pub or pie shop. I really like this kind of feel to it. It's not a huge building. It is 2 floors, so I can get a little bit more going with that. But we'll see. I wanted to use this other space here and then on the inside for farms, and I was hoping to put a small like ENXL4 tree farm here. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to put a quite large sign on the roof. I think it's going to be 12 by 9. So that may let it kind of, those other signs fit in, give me an opportunity to make them kind of the same, but I don't know, we'll see. But if not, I'll put some other smaller farms in here. Or maybe even build interiors, who knows. I do love this building here. It's very similar to the other one, really large building that the storage has, but it's got these iron, or acacia that feels like iron. I really like the iron look here. I kind of want to use more of that throughout the city, which means more trapdoors. If we come over here, we can kind of see where we're headed in the future. I do need to get a lot more little detail things, park benches, those types of things. Eventually we'll have some street traffic, some cars and stuff like that. But this area here, I really want to develop, but I don't want to just do it really quickly. I really want to have a decent plan for it. I don't know if I want like little market stall kind of things out here. Originally I was going to put another layer of buildings right in here, and then on the back side here go ahead and have beach stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but I might. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think my next thing that I want to tackle is another city block. I kind of want to get this filled in. Let me go into Cheaty Cam here again. It looks really fake having just the roads go just around in circles here. So I do want some that kind of go off into the distance. So I want to get these filled in first, and then that'll allow me to decide what do I want to put here. Do I want the road to go off that way? Do I want it to go off that way? Where do we want to do these? But these are going to be the main tall buildings, and then we'll start getting into kind of row housing and smaller stuff. We do have a lot of space. So, although you can notice I got rid of the river that was going through here. That was intentional. This is going to be roads and housing and everything, but I did want that river to be here because I want an ink farm, probably right here. This is a really good spot. So there will be a small lake here, or pond, and it's kind of nestled in with these mountains. So I think that's going to be a good place to put it, and not interfere with roads or buildings, which will still give me a source of black ink, which I'm really going to need for some of these builds out here. So anyway, I hope you like it. We'll see how quickly I can get another video out after this one. I kind of took off a whole month, like most of the YouTubers here, for January. A lot of December was just, kind of hanging out with friends and family. So if you like what you've seen so far, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the NeueCraft server. Thank you.